Okay. Great question. Often when you hear talk about homosexuality, you hear one of two positions. From the gay affirming side, you hear that homosexuality is genetic. People are born that way. Well, the answer to that question is what Bob shared before, that the studies are inconclusive, that a gay gene has not been found, that the hormonal theories, blah, 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 everything is inconclusive, so the jury is still out. Well, from the other side, and what tends to be the conservative Christian answer, is that homosexuality is a choice. Well, that's not true either, and Bob mentioned that as well, that he didn't wake up one day and say, oh, I'm going to choose homosexuality, I'm going to choose a minority sexual orientation. So, and if you were to speak to the majority of people in homosexuality, the first thing they would say is, I never chose these feelings. And so as Christians, when we say that it's a choice, you basically close the door on any meaningful dialogue because they immediately know that, well, no, I didn't choose it. So a better answer is that there are multiple factors involved, and Bob sort of shared about that. That it's inconclusive about genetics, but someone's biology or personality or temperament can predispose them to homosexuality. You've all heard about our families, and I can say that families are probably one of the biggest determining factors, but not always. And, and then environment, school, peers are very, very important. Can't stress that enough. That peer abuse, boys getting teased by other boys, girls teasing other girls, beating them up and all that stuff, that really has an impact. Because how are we supposed to identify with our peers of the same sex if we're being rejected by them? And so it's a combination of all of those factors that contribute to the development of homosexuality. So that, and I would say, honestly though, that, and I believe this about Christianity in general, that most people are not argued into the kingdom of God. That the love of God and the love that we show people wins them to Christ. And so for me, first and foremost, I want to love people. And, frankly, if someone is homosexual and they're happy, there's really not much that I'm going to be able to say that is going to convince them. Because if I'm a Christian, and it's obvious by my behavior that I'm a Christian, people will already know what I believe. And so I won't have to shove it down their throat. So it's really about loving people where they're at, and that's it.
Thank you.